Victoria 3, the only game that sponsors content creators on YouTube for their brand new update 1.8, except for me. As you know, I'm one of the proletariat. I will never sell myself to the evil corporations. Unless... No, never! I scoff at thee, evil bourgeoisie, and to show you that I mean it, we are going to play the 1.8 Indian expansion as Russia. And we are ruled by our Tsar, Nikolai Romanov, a man of tradition. Now last time we played Russia, we managed to uphold traditions. However, this time around we're going to reform, using the brand new political movement system. That's right, political movements can now be supported by multitude of interest groups, which will support or oppose legislation, and their relevance is based on their popularity and activism levels. Unfortunately, I don't like any of these, so we will ignore them for now. First things first, we must move our capital from Ingria to the true capital of the Russian Empire, Novosibirsk. What do you mean this isn't Novosibirsk? Of course it is. You really need to work on your Russian geography. And of course we must rival the evil United States. With that taken care of, we must make sure you understand that discrimination is based on many different factors. It's not just a binary thing, yes you are, no you are not. That's right, even if you have the most multicultural society that technically doesn't discriminate against anyone, every time new migrants arrive in your country they will start from 0 points and will go through the journey of discrimination, which goes as follows. We need to build a wall to keep these illegal migrants. No more illegals. I will not allow any more illegals in our country. Only to upgrade to biggest deportations our country has ever seen, I promise you, biggest deportations. After which it goes like, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the ducks, they're eating everything. Finally, they'll go through they're stealing all of our jobs. They're stealing black people jobs, they're stealing white people jobs, so many jobs. They're just stealing the jobs. And finally, after years of living in your country, they will go to, all the Mexicans love me, all the Latinos love me, they vote for me, they love me, they love me. And such is the journey of migrants in the most multicultural societies. In Victoria 3. Whoa. Mexico has committed aggressive military expansionism. The Tsar won't stand for this. To be fair, he can't stand most of the time, but they backed down, and now, not only that we have a war water port, very cool, but we're also protecting Mexico from potential evil aggressive expansionists in the area. And there you go, an interesting political movement, the peasant movement. That definitely sounds like proletariat to me. Support it immediately. The Tsar definitely knows. Promise. As we wait for the movement to get more popularity, we are going to have appointed bureaucrats. So you can stop asking about the Tsar knowing stuff. He knows everything, most of the time. We have our first migrants, and they're Central Americans. We do have several options, either we get more loyalists, or we help them integrate faster into our society. Personally, I love gambling, which means I'm going to click the button and see who won. And yes, we have a fairly extensive list of who is accepted and by how much. And looking at the Central Americans, they're plus 40, which means they're going to experience open prejudice at best. What? We're not a multicultural society. If you don't like it, go back to Central America. And there you go, we have the London Conference now, which means all the great powers get to vote on the Benelux countries. What did you do to Luxembourg? Disgusting. The Russian Federation officially supports Luxembourgian supremacy. In the meantime, we're going to sign an alliance with Austria, and the London Conference is over. Personally, I'm satisfied, because we got Greater Luxembourg. Amazing. And our anti-Ottoman lobby demands we attack the Ottomans. Mobilize the armies. Hold on the armies. The evil American aggressive expansionists are trying to aggressively expand in the Confederate States of America's rightful territory. The Tsar won't stand for this. Oh no, the Ottomans are also trying to aggressively expand. I won't stand for this. I'll help you, Egypt. Let's dismantle the Ottomans once and for all. Hey, wait, what happened? They refused my help. Well, alright then, I don't care. I'm going to have fun in America. Haha, get destroyed, stupid United States. You're no match for the mighty Russian Empire. And once we destroy you, I'm going to have to rethink my entire propaganda strategy. The Confederate States of America are saved. We're going to be bestest friends with unlimited partnership. I'm sure of it. The Ottomans also got defeated. They're aggressively expanding again. The Tsar won't stand for this. Also, did I mention, in this brand new 1.8 patch, you can now assign your armies by right-clicking on the front line. Woo! Stupid Ottomans, I'm going to kick you while you're down. A classic geopolitical strategy. I mean, they don't even have a faction anymore. Hilarious. Appointed bureaucrats, finally, I have the stamp, I can sign documents in the name of the Tsar. We no longer need to bother him with formalities. I got this. We managed to defeat the evil Ottomans and liberate Bulgaria, because we're the good guys. And we liberate people, of course. A moderate conservative. Wait a minute, why do we have corn laws? I was exporting grain to Austria and Prussia. You know, if Europe isn't dependent on you for raw materials, you're playing Russia the wrong way, and you definitely need to restart. Wait, I can't actually grant him leadership unless the interest group is pressured by a political movement. That's new and exciting. And Vladimir Grishin has started the liberal movement. Even though I can't grant him leadership, I'm also not going to imprison him for starting the liberal movement. I mean, we need a market liberal if we are to liberalize our economy. Vladimir, where are the, market reforms? You are aware that you're applying for a market liberal type of job, yes? What's a market? Okay, we're going to leave Vladimir to do his thing for now. In the meantime, we're going to have a land reform of homesteading. Now this will radicalize the gentry assembly. Radicalize, I tell you. Which will raise the activism level in the absolutist movement until it reaches 25%. But it's a proletariat type of policy, so I support it. Hey, wait a minute, the absolutist movement is losing activism. That's not what the tooltip said? Amazing. Oh my god, Vladimir Grishin is on the move, and his supporters have publicly petitioned at a prison in Buryatia for the release of a pro-homesteading protester held there on charges on disorderly conduct. Well, did he commit disorderly conduct? I could say that justice will not be overturned by the dictate of the mob. But remember kids, we live in Russia, and I firmly believe that justice is Western propaganda. Don't accept it, reject it. Jesus Christ, talk about a 50-50. And there you go, a comprehensive land reform. And yes, upside down Bulgaria is in turmoil. Which means we're going to need a professional army. Hey, wait a minute, we managed to reach chair standard of living. Such is the power of homesteading, I guess. And Greece is ready to join the mighty Russian Empire. Oh no, the Kazakhs are revolting. The Tsar won't stand for this. Open fire, open fire. And my rivals, the French, are also having a revolt. It's my duty to help the revolt for money. Alright boys, we're getting paid good money for this. Hop to it. And we have defeated the revolting Kazakhs. Also, we get to annex all of our Central Asian puppets. Nice. And Bulgaria is also ready to join our faction. The French are now our friends. Oh my god, Persia is aggressively expanding. We must establish a friendly regime to secure the peace. Legislative failure. Balls. Let's go for a dedicated police force. Hey, wait a minute, hold on, stop attacking. Hert is going to annex half of Persia. This sounds like a conflict of interest. We absolutely must stand down and negotiate a comprehensive agreement which will ensure long-term peace and stability in the region. The Confederate States want a defensive pact. Of course, the Russian Empire is committed to peace and stability. Oh no, the Persians have occupied my ally. Open fire, open fire. Ah man, there goes my comprehensive agreement. But that's okay, because we managed to establish a friendly regime in Persia, which means everyone got what they wanted. Well, almost everyone. But this simply means that it's a good compromise. Alright Greece, it's time for you to bend the knee, guaranteeing the Tsar's protection, a dedicated police force, and of course we are supporting Persia in their attempt to comprehensively keep the peace with Oman. And we can finally grant the leadership to our market liberal, Vladimir Grishin. Congratulations boy, you're now hand of the king. Let's get to the unprecedented comprehensive economic reforms. Oman backed down, which is a very comprehensive result of my foreign policy. Alright Bulgaria, bend the knee and we will guarantee you remain free. Jesus Christ, France is really bankrolling us now. Very comprehensive. Definitely expand the industry. And our truce with the Caucasus countries is over, which means we can eliminate them. I keep getting these negative events. They are very unprecedented. And the economy is open for business. Listen, I am building lots of universities everywhere. Unfortunately, no one can read. We definitely have to fix it. It's embarrassing. Alright, Kirkasia, surrender. Or else. Wait, the French are attacking the Japanese. Unprecedented! I must use this opportunity to take back the rightfully Russian lands which are controlled by Japan in a comprehensive manner which will keep the peace and long-term stability in the region. Finally, Kirkasia is saved from foreign influence. Oh no, Japan is threatening the stability of the region. This has to stop. I also noticed that we are getting a lot more migrants than usual. As you're probably aware, we need lots of engineers, and no one in Russia can read. Personally, I support the influx of German engineers in Russia. After all, German engineering is the best engineering. Das Auto. And with this great victory, we finally have North Japan and South Japan. Amazing. Finally, reading. This does mean that we have to take free trade. After all, if people are not allowed to make money, there is no reason for them to support our authoritarian regime. And we're also going to siphon Russian taxpayer money into American propagandists. Personally, I believe this is the best way to use Russian taxpayer money. What is road maintenance? Am I right? And now we can request a power block embassy, which will give us 400 extra leverage, allowing us to invite major powers in our power block, which is also a new 1.8 update type of thing. Very cool. And we also have free trade ending corn laws, which gives us 6 million loyalists. There you go, guys. Allow your population to make money, and they won't topple the government. We should celebrate by raising their taxes. Classic authoritarian government. Oh my god, we have 196 leverage, even though I'm investing in their cotton plantations. What? They have cheap labor for it. I'm sorry, Austria, but our alliance is over. I desperately need 50 leverage with the Confederate States. Alright, I'm going to owe them an obligation, but we finally get good guy America in our faction. We're also going to stop sponsoring Confederate propagandists. What? It's really expensive. And I got what I wanted. And we're going to eliminate Caucasia. I'm still getting the negative events. It's unprecedented and destabilizing. You know what? Raising the taxes makes me feel a little bit uneasy. Let's get a professional army, just in case. Alright, now we can get our first company, which have also been reworked in the latest 1.8 patch. And we're going to get the United Construction Conglomerate. I just need to build a couple of buildings first. We are also having food standardization. This one used to be really bad, but now, with the new comprehensive food security system, 10% extra agriculture will definitely help. Probably. I don't actually know. The Americans are offering to purchase the Russian Alaskan company. Are you kidding me? The Russian Alaskan company is the best company in the world. You can get it out of my cold, dead Alaskan hands. Evil United States? Alright, we're going to establish the United Construction Conglomerate. In case you don't know, this is practically the Gazprom of construction companies. I would change their name to Gazprom Constructions, but I don't want to confuse people who have no idea what Gazprom is. Hey, wait a minute, why are the Ottomans attacking Bulgaria? They're under my protection. They just ate half of them. Oh no, I am the first Russian ruler that failed to protect my allies. I would resign if I had morals, standards, self-conscience, or a basic amount of decency. The Americans want to buy Alaska. Go piss yourself, evil United States. And Moldova is ready to join. So is Wallachia and Los Altos. Okay, Los Altos declined. But I don't care. Isn't it beautiful? Well, Alright, Mexico, it's time for you to pay for your protection. The Armenians are revolting against their evil Ottoman oppressors. I'll help you, Armenia. Am I an Ottoman rival or what? Stupid Ottomans, the British can't possibly save you. They're currently fighting the Chinese. Balls, we couldn't arrive on time. And there you go, kids. This is why you always move Russia's capital to Novosibirsk. Hey, wait a minute, they just capitulated. That's a bit random. Honestly, I'll take it. Fear not, Armenia. Russia always protects their allies. It is time for us to integrate Greece. Stop resisting Greece. This is most unprecedented, which is a bad thing, in case anyone hasn't figured that out. Also, Italy. Ignore Italy. The Tsar is dead. And now we are ruled by Alexander Romanov, a market liberal. And we also get a bunch of journal entries. That's new and exciting, I think. I don't actually remember. And of course, Armenia is ready to join the Tsar's protection. Stop looking at Bulgaria though. It's kinda weird. And Greece is saved from potential evil Ottoman aggressive expansionism. Finally, a professional army. This means we can get total separation. Oh my god, the evil United States are attempting to perform aggressive military expansionism on Mexico, which is under my protection. Most unprecedented and region destabilizing. They're offering me to buy Alaska, now of all time. Most uncomprehensive, United States. Scandinavia is trying to unite. Take notes, Prussia. No, wait a minute. They want Finland. I can't let this stand. Prussia joined Sweden. Oh no, I bet they're trying to make unification wars into a new precedent. The Tsar won't allow this. Now that I get to think about it, the Tsar has been in charge for like 3 years. And crises just keep piling up. I believe it's a good moment to introduce the Tsar to some vodka. All Russian Tsars love their vodka, God bless them. The evil United States have been vanquished to the east coast, and we also have more warm water ports. Now that is very cool. As for Prussia and Sweden, they already annexed Denmark, and we don't have any war goals on them. They can't possibly win. Total separation and Scandinavia formed, but they also surrender. Quickly, someone tell the Tsar he can stop drinking now. What do you mean? There's no stopping him. Oh well. We're going to enact public health care and integrate the Baltic governors. Honestly, I much rather integrate Finland. Unfortunately, the Tsar is too drunk to sign the documents. So, the brazen audacity! The Americans are asking to purchase Alaska again. Can you guys stop? Finally, healthcare, and we are also increasing our military spending to 2% of GDP. Now I know the Russian supremacists won't like this, but we are going to integrate the Poles and other minorities. Alright Armenia, it's time for you to submit to Russian protection. Stop looking at them! And we're also unconditionally supporting the Serbian uprising. As you already know, Serbia will soon join us. Of course you know, you pay attention to our foreign policy, I'm sure of it. This is most unprecedented, British and French. I now have to deal with multitude of naval invasions. And yes, in case you're wondering, I do like the brand new 1.8 dynamic tag system, which creates brand new countries based off of stuff. To be honest, I don't actually know how it works, but it helps me beat up the Ottomans, so I support it. Oh no, the Ottomans are a French protectorate now. Well, this sucks. Finally, Greater Serbia achieved, and they're ready to join the Russian Empire. And we can all agree that the Universal League sucks. Donkey balls. They even have Brazil, but that's fine, because as far as I can tell, the Confederate States of America are accumulating debt equal to 75% of their GDP. Classic American economics. Once they go bankrupt, they will no longer be a major power, allowing us to subjugate them. Alright Prussia, it's time for your stupid engineers to stop running over innocent Russian kids. And yes, I know we can teach the kids to avoid the train tracks, but that's simply unprecedented, and I cannot allow it. Unfortunately, we can't help the Bulgarian uprising because we have a truce with France and the evil Ottomans. But nothing will stop us to take our vengeance on the evil Prussians, except for the lack of bullets, which we are fixing. Oh no, a Turkish uprising in Bulgaria? Hold on, Bulgaria! Soon I will be able to puppet Serbia, and I can help, this time for real. Alright Confederate States, you can now lay off on the government spending. I know it's the American thing to do, but come on. And Austria is ready to rekindle our alliance. I accept. Finally, the Russian children shall no longer suffer the oppression of Prussian engineers. They shall now suffer the oppression of Russian engineers. And of course, we liberated the Rhineland, Pomerania, and everyone's favorite, Danzig. And finally, guys, we managed to find Louise Michel, and she will start the labor movement. If that isn't a pro-proletariat movement, I don't know what is. Okay, looking at the labor movement, I'm gonna say it, I am disappointed. I was expecting something a bit more radical. Anyway, We are also opening an embassy in every country that's willing to accept us, which is our latest attempt to expand our faction. As you can probably tell, I've been pushing for pro-proletariat reforms. Unfortunately, if we really want to convince the peasants to overthrow their evil capitalist overlords, we must give more power to their evil capitalist overlords. Otherwise, they just don't do anything. Oh no, we capitulated, and just as I was about to subjugate Serbia and save Bulgaria, I didn't just forget. Promise. Finally, Danzig is willing to join our Wait a minute, the Supreme Alliance? This is just Zobelrin. You're not fooling anyone, Scandinavia. Also, Najet is joining our faction, expanding our influence in the Middle East, which we already had, and you are perfectly aware of it. We are also protecting Costa Rica, permanently. Okay, honestly, this faction thing is getting out of hand very quickly. Oh no, my best friend, North-ish Korea is under attack. We must save them. Spare no expense. What? I'm not having favorites. This is our standard foreign policy. Legislative failure. Balls. Well, that was easy. North-ish Korea is saved. You can tell the armies to stand down. Raise the armies. Why are the Ottomans blue? Most unprecedented and unacceptable. Did someone say World War I? Which will probably be the only thing the Austrians did this entire game. And also, we're helping the Bulgarian uprising. Because Russia always helps their allies. Promise. We're doing pretty good, although the front line is a little bit confusing. But that's alright. Come on, Armenia, confuse our enemies. As you can clearly see, I always help my allies, and I always vanquish my enemies. Okay, that's a bad example, but Spain capitulated, which means we only have to defeat France, and they're accumulating debt very quickly, allowing us to invite multitude of countries to our faction, such as North-ish Korea, Venezuela, and Mecklenburg. Nice. Oh no, I can't help Albania to gain their independence because I have a truce with the Ottomans and the French. I'm sorry, Albania, but I have standards, apparently. Austria capitulated. Oh come on, Austria, I asked you to do one thing. Very disappointing. Oh my god, trench infantry, the most action-packed. Upgrade in the entire game. Upgrade immediately. France is in default. Look at those massive debuffs. Alright then, let's give the trench infantry a shot. Honestly, I'm not a military guy, but it seems to be working very well. We are victorious, not only that we liberated Aquitania, Brittany, Algeria, and took control of the Ottoman Empire, but most importantly, Albania is independent. Woo! In other news, the government has declared a special military operation in Scandinavia in order to prevent additional expansion of the Supreme Alliance. This is simply unacceptable and region destabilizing. Good job, Scandinavian reactionary revolt. Now here's the money I promised. So they can be yellow, Scandinavia. Of course. Alright, Confederate States, it's time for you to pay for your protection. Look at that flag. Amazing. We're also getting wage subsidies to invigorate the proletariat a little bit. Wait, the German leadership war? See that, guys? I told you, Scandinavia has set a dangerous precedent with these unification wars, which threatens the stability and independence of Danzig. We also managed to subjugate Pomerania and Mecklenburg, which allows us to expand the Confederation of the Rhine, which are a Scandinavian puppet. I also just noticed that this is the second thing Austria did this entire game. Personally, I'm impressed. Well, that was quick, and now we have our rightful land of Silesia. Also, I do know we won the game a decade ago. Unfortunately, the proletariat still isn't winning. Instead, they're being exploited by their evil corporate overlords. Hopefully, with the addition of wage subsidies, they will get more money, allowing them to organize more effectively. In the meantime, we're going to enact an oligarchy. Are we Russia or what? The Confederate States are defiant? Oh no! I really hope you guys are aware of Newton's third law in physics. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The same is true in geopolitics. Extreme ideas will always meet an extreme response. And when you embrace hatred, you will inevitably feel the powerful ire of those you choose to hate. The opposite is also true. If you generously give land to your allies, they will inevitably give it back to you. This feels so liberating. We should definitely build a statue to commemorate the occasion. And of course, now we have the creative legislator to speed up the reforms. The Tsar is getting old. We are also establishing a new Russian company. 10 points for creativity. Finally, a statue to commemorate our liberty from the Mexican government. My favorite statue. Finally, we have an oligarchy, which will allow us to establish a corporate state. This will be completely unacceptable for the royalist bourgeoisie. This will guarantee a conflict between the corporate exploiters and the bourgeoisie scum. From the ashes of this conflict, the proletariat shall rise stronger than ever before. I'm sure of it. The Tsar is dead. Oh my god. Was it natural causes, as the media says? I don't believe so. Now we have a brand new Tsar, Alexander Romanov. But do you know what's the worst thing? North-ish Korea is now a theocracy with cooperative ownership. Very disturbing. Oh, don't mind me, just lowering some autonomies so I can make a giant Ottoman Empire and then annex them, just like Mexico. This of course gives us a direct control over the most important city in the Black Sea, New Novosibirsk. Oh no, the British are committing an unprecedented amount of aggressive military expansionism. I won't stand for this. Blatant imperialism. Unfortunately, some of our allies have also declared themselves against us. But that's fine, because this is the third thing Austria did this entire game. Incredible. We have a corporate state. Oh no, why didn't the proletariat do something about this? Now the evil bourgeoisie is more entrenched than ever. That's right, now we live in a fascist state with our president Alexander Romanov. Who could have seen this coming? Oh my god, I'm so sorry guys, I think I need some vodka. Listen here, Tsar President Alexander, we need to take a photograph of you in this suspicious dark basement. Don't move while I take the shot. That's right, it is I, Ivan Surikov, your president, and I also have 87% approval rating. Promise. I also just noticed we lost Finland, but I don't care. Now I have the weird feeling that people don't actually believe that I have 87% approval rating. I'll prove it to you with universal suffrage. Everyone's going to vote for me after this glorious victory. That's right, we are victorious. And not only that we have our rightful land in the home counties. Okay, I have no idea what's going on in Canada, but the Canadian government and the domain of India are proper subjects to the greatest company on the planet, Alaska. What could possibly go wrong? Now there might be a revolution brewing, however, none may challenge the might and glory of Super Sibirsk, the most powerful faction in the world. Okay, I know we couldn't empower the proletariat, and you won't get to see universal suffrage this episode. But in my defense, Russia is a difficult country, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Now if you please excuse me, my right-hand man needs to take a photo of me in a suspiciously dark basement. This won't take long, but I'll see you next time.